Sensibly Frugal Living. Today I have 3 ingredient meals for you. I'm making these using up what I have and making them for lunches and teas this week. If you can hear noise, it's my kids playing and the neighbours' kids playing in their garden. It's quite sunny and you might also be able to hear the wind, so I do apologise for that, but I have to have my door open to keep an eye on my youngest. So this is going to be a lunch for us. It's super simple. I don't make puff pastry, I've never been good at it. So puff pastry, cheese and ham. So we're just making some cheese and ham pastry bites. So I've unrolled the puff pastry and I've just cut it into 6, and each of these is going to be one of the ham and cheese pastry bites. I put the cheese in the centre, leaving an edge, because I'm going to brush that with milk. I haven't included that in the 3 ingredients because we normally have milk, condiments, spices, seasonings, things like that. So leave an edge and put the cheese in the middle. We've been to swimming today, first thing, so we're very hungry, so these are going to go down a treat. I've also broken up a slice of ham and I'm going to do the same for all of these. That's all of them with the cheese and ham. What I've got now is some milk, and I'm just going to go around the edges there a little bit. And what I do is, I fold it over, trying to do this one-handed, like so. Make sure you give it a good push down, and then I'm going to put milk on the outside as well. So this is what they look like when they're ready to go in the oven, and I'm going to put them in for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm just going to check to make sure the pastry is cooked and the cheese is all bubbly. So 2 of them have already been eaten and then we've got 4 left, and these are scrummy. They would have been darker if I used an egg wash, but I used milk, and yeah, 3 ingredient meal. My second 3 ingredient meal is a super simple and tasty soup. Red pepper, sweet potatoes, and I've got evaporated milk. You can just use milk or cream, whatever you've got. I'm assuming you have salt and pepper. I'm not including that in the ingredients. And like I said, this is super simple, super basic. You can leave out any kind of cream or milk and pop in an onion, anything. But this is my 3 ingredient roasted red pepper and sweet potato soup. The first part is to get this peeled, chopped, and I'm going to pop them in the air fryer and roast them for a little bit, as this just makes it taste so much better. There we go, I've got them peeled, well, the potatoes peeled and everything's chopped. It doesn't matter how you chop them because I'm going to blend everything at the end, so this is just for the roasting process. I'm roasting mine in the air fryer. You can do yours in the oven. The sweet potato will take longer. I'm not adding any oil, I'm not doing anything like that. I'm not even adding seasoning because I'm going to add the seasoning to the soup and I don't want it to be too salty. So I'm going to get the sweet potatoes on first, and then I'll do the peppers when these are getting on a bit. My air fryer has a roast, so that's what I'm just going to go with. I'm actually going to turn it up a little bit and we'll get on with that. So they're all roasted now. It smells lovely in here, guys. I'm going to get this into a saucepan. I'm only making a small portion of this, but you can double the recipe, triple the recipe, whatever you need. I'm only going to use a little bit of this, but I have mentioned in a video before that you can add this to your tea and coffee. I add it to my tea and I use it up that way, but you can add a bit of milk or a bit of cream, whatever you've got. So all I'm going to do now is add a little bit of hot water. Not a great deal about that. I can add more later if I need to. Let me just have to use that a second. So just like that, and like I said, I'll add more if I need to later. Here's where I season it. Get some salt in and some pepper. Give it a good stir, and then I'm just going to bring it all to a boil and let it simmer, and I want the potatoes to go even softer than they are now. I have added a little bit more water to this. I will add more again if I need to. I just don't want to go in too heavy-handed and then have it too watery, especially because I'm going to be adding some evaporated milk at the end when it's blended. This smells absolutely lovely, guys. So it's ready now. The potatoes are soft. I've left it to simmer for about 15 minutes and we're going to get this blended. So I used about half the amount of water again from the amount I put in at the beginning. I'm going to blitz this now. You can either wait for it to cool down or just be very, very careful not to splash yourself. I can't explain to you how good this smells. If you love pepper and sweet potatoes, you're going to love this. Like I said, you can leave it at this, but I do like to add a little bit of evaporated milk. Give that a bit of a stir. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. I've just tried some of this, guys, and it's as good as I thought it would be. I might actually pour this into a mug and drink it. Oh, it's just yummy. So that's my second 3-ingredient meal: red pepper, sweet potato, and a little bit of evaporated milk. My third and final 3-ingredient meal is a baked bean and tuna casserole. It's as simple as that. It's a belly filling meal. Most kids will eat this type of meal, I think, anyway. So it's baked beans mixed with tuna, and I top it with mashed potato. I know these are baked potatoes, but these are cheapest if you just are buying specifically for the meal. So that's baked bean and tuna casserole. The potatoes are chopped and boiling away. I'm now going to fill my loaf tin. I'm using a loaf tin for this. You can use any dish with beans and tuna. That's the beans and tuna mixed together in the tin. I'm just going to wait for these to boil, then I'll mash them and spread them on top. So that's the potato on the top. I'm going to get this in the oven for about 20 minutes. So you can add cheese on top, but as this is a free ingredient meal video, this is just the beans, tuna and potato. This is out of the oven now. It's been in for 20 minutes. And there we have it. Tuna, baked bean, potato casserole. Thanks for watching my 3-ingredient meals video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.